And now, listen to this on the Toddcast podcast.
When you start talking about the most influential metal bands of all time, Pantera needs to be near the top. Their bass player, Rex Brown, has been on the podcast. Of course, you'll know him from being in Down, Kill Devil Hill, and now his solo stuff. If you haven't heard his debut solo album, Smoke on This, it's definitely worth the spin. Some nice and heavy stuff. Some of it's lighter and groovy. It chugs along. It's a really good listen. And when Rex was a guest, we talked about comic books, Captain America specifically, and the power of quitting smoking. Jeez, imagine that. He told the story of seeing Kiss for his first concert. Weed came up, legalized marijuana, as did staying hungry and the importance of blues music. He shared the toughest decision of his career, and Rex talked about pulling pranks while out on tour. Listen to this.
Yeah, abso-freaking the best and worst pranks. Every day was a prank. You know, if it wasn't me, it was somebody on the road crew. If it wasn't Daryl, it was somebody on the road crew. If it wasn't Vinny, it was somebody on the road crew. Right. That's how we were kind of a family, and it was always, prank central. And who could handle it, And me and Dom are usually at the center of all that kind of crap. If you didn't go along with it, you were pretty much, you got it the next day, right. So he was the prankster in the band, He was always coming up with something. And look, we played all these places, they all look the same. You're going into the same, basically hockey arenas or whatever they were that we were playing, and it was always, we had to, for being on the road, we tried to make it as homely as we could, at the same time, it's still, you're sitting in a locker in the back of this cold ass fucking arena, with nothing to do all day. So we would come up with all kinds of pranks from going out and buying the richest, biggest chocolate cake and see who could eat it at the end of the night for $2,000.
Listen to This on the Toddcast podcast is brought to you by Tedco RV Supplies in Langley, an ICBC-approved repair shop. Find them online at TedcoRVSuppliesInc.com.
The Tudors were probably the most scandalous dynasty in British history. This season on Vulgar History, we're spilling the tea on this messy, messed up family and the people who had to live through it all. Anne Boleyn and the other wives of Henry VIII are known today from the musical Six, but who were they really? Did any of them actually want to marry him? Henry VIII, the man who was literally the worst? How did two of them manage to escape with their heads intact? We'll also get into historical mysteries, like who really wrote Shakespeare's plays? Who was the real Bloody Mary? And what was happening elsewhere in the world while the Tudors were trampling all over England, like the mysterious disappearance of the Roanoke colony and the true story of the girl known as Pocahontas. I'll be joined by Tudor historians, experts, and a few of my friends who really hate Henry VIII to learn all about the Tudors this season on Vulgar History. Because it's Henry VIII all day, every day. Listen to Vulgar History wherever you get podcasts.
Oh, please, not that music. That music gives me nightmares from my childhood.
Could we get something a little bit lighter, some lighter music here?
Are you a fan of true crime TV shows?
And what about Unsolved Mysteries, the show that jump-started all of our love of true crime?
I'm Ellen Marsh.
And I'm Joey Taranto.
And we host I Think Not, a true crime comedy podcast covering some of the wildest stories from your favorite true crime campy TV shows all the way to Unsolved Mysteries.
Baby, you will laugh, you will cry, you'll think about true crime in a whole new way, and you'll also ask yourself, who gave these people mics?
New episodes of I Think Not are released every Wednesday with bonus episodes out every Thursday on Patreon.
And every Monday, you can listen to our True Crime Rundown, where we go over the top true crime headlines of the week.
So come and join us wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Hi, listeners. We want to tell you about a podcast we love. It's called Rebel Girls, formerly known as Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls. It's about real-life women who are changing the world with their courage, creativity, and big, bold ideas. Want to know how Taylor Swift became a superstar? Or hear how Simone Biles became the greatest athlete of all time? From immersive stories to heartfelt interviews to super smart advice, Rebel Girls brings you stories that will get you fired up to become your best self. there are over 400 episodes for you to explore, with new episodes every week. So check it out. Listen to Rebel Girls wherever you get your podcasts. And find us on youtube.com/rebelgirls. And whatever you do, stay rebel.